welcome back to my channel. I thought today's video would be fun to do a little mood read vlog because I don't have any specific reading vlog right now that I want to film, but I wanted to film a reading vlog, so I thought why not just do a mood reading one and see if I can get through some of my March TBR or just see what books I get to. I am in the middle of 2 books right now, so I thought I would mention them. They're both like very early on in the book. I just recently started them, so I thought we could talk about them. The first book is the audiobook that I am currently listening to, which is Warrior Girl Unearthed. This is the second book in the Firekeeper's Daughter series, if you've read that book. It is by Angeline Booley. This one's actually signed because I went to an event that she had talking about this book. So I got both of my Firekeeper's Daughter book and this one signed. But this book is about a Native American tribe in Michigan. So it is about the Ojibwe tribe on Sugar Island in Michigan. The main characters from this book are the twin nieces of the main character from the first book. So you don't necessarily need to read this, or you don't necessarily need to read them in order, because I don't think the stories actually have anything to do with each other. It's just the characters from the first one are like mentioned in this one because, like I said, it's the twin nieces of the main character from the first book. But I am currently on chapter 3, so not super far. Let's see where that is in the actual book. The chapters are kind of long. Chapter 3, I'm on page 27, so not super far into the book at all, but I am enjoying the start of it. So this is the audiobook that I'm listening to that I'll be reading when I'm at like the gym and stuff. And then the other book that I started recently is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is on my March TBR. Technically, Warrior Girl Unearthed isn't on my actual TBR from like my YouTube video I did, but it is my family book club's next book pick, so still need to read it in March. But I am on chapter 8 and page 53 of Wild Side, so a little bit further into this one than I am on Warrior Girl Unearthed, but I am really enjoying this one so far. I'm only 53 pages in, so I can't really compare it to the other two, but as of right now I think I like the other two more, but there's still a lot more to go in this book, so that could change later on. This one just follows Reese and Tabitha are the main couple in this book. So I am excited because both Wild Love and Wild Eyes were 5-star reads for me, so I am super excited to compare and see if this one will also be a 5-star read or if it will be lower. But I do have a full day of clients today, so I am going to be bringing my Kindle with me to the salon and hopefully getting some reading done in between clients, but we will see how much time I actually end up having between clients. And then probably sometime tomorrow I might pick a physical book to start, because I'm the type of person that I like to have a physical book, a Kindle book, and an audiobook going. Tomorrow I might try to start or pick a physical book to start. I have the one in mind that I want to read, I think. I'm going between 2, but I think I know which one I want to start, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. Today we will be probably focusing on this one. Since I have a full day of clients today, I won't be going to the gym or anything, so we probably will listen to a tiny bit of this like on my drive to and from work, but that drive is literally like 5 minutes. So won't be getting to listen to much of this one today, but tomorrow when I go to the gym, be able to listen to a little bit more. I do want to make a matcha today because I made a homemade strawberry syrup to try with my matchas last night, so I'm really excited to try that. So I am going to be making a matcha. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it now and drink it before I go to work or take it with me to work. I think I want to drink it before I go to work, so let's make matcha. Okay, I thought I would give you a little update before I head to the salon today. I guess we'll start with Warrior Girl Unearthed. I just looked it up on my audio, and I'm on chapter 11, which is page 129. So that is where I'm at. It is really interesting so far. I love getting to see more about the Native American culture and how much certain things like mean to them. So our main girl in this book is kind of forced into a summer internship with the person who runs the museum, and he kind of takes her under her wing and teaches her more about the value of the items from their ancestors. It's been really interesting to see all of that side of things because I don't know anything about that, and so I've really enjoyed getting to learn about it. And I did learn a little bit about it when I read the first book of this author slash series, The Firekeeper's Daughter, but I'm just learning a little bit more, and I feel like it's even, you're learning a little bit more in this book than you did in the first one because she is interning at a museum where they're talking about their ancestral items and stuff. So I am enjoying this one. It's definitely not going to be like a 5-star or anything like that, but I'm enjoying it. So that is an update on Warrior Girl Unearthed. And then for my update on Wild Side, I am reading it on my Kindle on Kindle Unlimited because I don't have the physical copy yet. But I am on page 115 out of 410, so 28% of the way done with this one. And I'm enjoying it, not nearly as much as I enjoyed Wild Love and Wild Eyes at this point. I definitely think this is going to be my lowest rated out of all of them. I believe I gave Wild Love and Wild Eyes both 5 stars. I'm not getting the 5-star feeling with this one so far, which I know I'm only 28%, so that could definitely change by the time that I'm done, but it's just not giving those 5-star feelings, and that's okay. Not every book is going to, obviously, but the story is interesting, but I'm not like super attached to the main characters. I don't know. Especially the male main character, I'm like not that attached to. So I don't really know what else to say about it. I'm enjoying it enough to keep reading it, but it's definitely not, I don't think, going to be a 5-star. But I will be bringing my Kindle with me to the salon today. If I have any time in between clients, I will read some. I think I do have a little bit of a gap later in my day. Yeah, I do have a little bit of a gap in the middle, like towards the end of my day. So I probably will read some then, but I'll bring it with me just in case. And then I haven't started another physical book yet, but I know the one that I'm going to start is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I'm super excited to read this one. This will be my 3rd Kristen Hanna book. I've read The Nightingale and The Women and loved both of them. So I'm excited to see how this one compares to those two. But I haven't started it yet. I'll probably start it either tonight when I get home from work or tomorrow maybe. I don't know, but those are the updates that I have for you. I've got to get going to the salon because I have to stop at the supply store for some clients that I have today, so I will see ya later. So I am in my car. Obviously you saw I was sitting outside at like a little coffee shop reading, but it wasn't a coffee shop. It was a new bookstore that just opened in my area. It is so cute. So I had to come and see it, and they had like a little cafe area. So I got a chai and a maple donut and walked around and shopped while I was like holding it because I wanted to buy stuff before I went and sat and read. Once I found what I wanted and checked out, I went out. They had a little patio with some tables and chairs. So I sat there with my Kindle and read some more of Wild Side while I was eating my donut and my chai. But I wanted to show you what I got from the bookstore. I got a ring and then a t-shirt and a book because they had a bunch of books. Obviously, it's a bookstore, the little cafe. But then they also had a bunch of bookish merch, like any bookish merch you could think of. They had t-shirts, they had sweatshirts, they had candles and cups and jewelry and like book sleeves and so many things. But I got a ring, a shirt, and a book. So thought I would show you. The book that I got is Wild Side because I didn't have a copy of it yet. And I knew I was going to be wanting to get a copy to complete my series. So I did get a copy of Wild Side. which is nice because it's not going to be a book that will add to my physical TBR because I'm currently reading it already, so got that. Also, sorry if the angle's not the best. There's nowhere in my car to put you up. And then this is the ring that I got. You can't really see it too well in here, so I will take another video of it and clip it in, but it is a little big. They only had one size, so it's a little big, but I think it'll be okay. And then I got a Throne of Glass t-shirt because I wanted a Throne of Glass t-shirt. I didn't have one. And I found this one that says to whatever end with a bird on it. I love it. I'm so excited. I had to get an extra large, so it's going to be quite a bit big on me, but I wanted a large because I wanted it to be oversized, so a medium is like my true size. So I didn't want to get a medium, but they were out of larges, so it was either a medium or an extra large. So I got the extra large. It is 100% cotton, so it might shrink in the wash, hopefully, just a tad bit, and then it will be like the perfect size. So that's everything that I got from the store. It was so cute. If you live in the Phoenix area, it's in like downtown Gilbert, go to the store. It's called the Bookish Shop. It was so cute, so highly recommend if you live in the area. But I'm about to head home, and then I'll probably read some more once I get home. I am in the middle of doing laundry. I started a load before I left, so I will switch that over to the dryer and put another load into the wash. But that was my morning. It was so peaceful and nice getting to sit outside and read at like a little shop. I am definitely going to be coming back here. It is like going to be a favorite spot of mine, I think. I absolutely loved it. Okay, I got a little reading update for you. I am going to try to finish Warrior Girl Unearthed today because I want to start my next audiobook. I'm supposed to be doing like a buddy read with some people on Bookstagram, and they're all way ahead of me because the book, it technically started a couple days ago, but I got it on audio and I would rather listen to it on audio because I'm in the middle of reading other books. So I want to finish Warrior Girl Unearthed today. I have about an hour and 15-ish minutes left of the audio, so I think I can finish that today. Hopefully. I don't really have much else to say from the stuff that I've already said about it, but I'm going to try to finish it today. I would also like to try to finish Wildside today. I am like 55-ish% done with this one, I think. I was planning to read a lot more of this yesterday, but then I got a headache, a migraine, so I couldn't read anymore. I'm 54% done. So I could try to binge it and get it done today also. We shall see. But I am enjoying this one so far. Still not as much as... Oh my gosh, why won't it turn off? I'm still enjoying it. Not as much as I did Wild Eyes and Wild Love. But I do want to finish it, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it. I know some of it will go really fast because I don't like to read the smut in books. I skip over it, just personal preference. And that's just what I like to do. I don't like to read it. So I know there's going to be some in this book, so I will just skip past it, and that will obviously help it go a little faster because I will be skipping basically whole chapters. But I want to try to finish this one today too if I can. I also need to edit and upload a YouTube video. So depending on how long that takes, I might not get to finish that one today, but we shall see. And then for The Great Alone, I'm not super far into it. I'm only 54 pages in on chapter 5. So not very far into it, but I am enjoying it so far. I like the time period it's set in. They have a VW bus, which is my dream car. I want a VW bus so bad. Not the new ones though. I don't like the look of the new ones. I want one of the older ones. Like literally one of these ones. There was a picture of it. One that looks like this is the kind that I want. So I love that they have one of those. I love the time period. I love the atmosphere of being in the middle of nowhere, Alaska. So I am really interested to see what happens in this book because I know people have said that their heart gets ripped out of their chest when they read this, as a lot of Kristen Hanna books do. So I am interested in reading this one, but I do want to try to finish this one first just so I can focus fully on this one. So that is my little updates that I have for you. I'm going to sit down and edit the video that I need to edit and upload it, and then once it's uploading, I will dive into Wild Side. And then I don't know when I'm going to pick up Warrior Girl Unearthed, but I'm going to try to finish it too. Probably when I'm like, I have some dishes I need to put away. I'm doing my laundry for my bed sheets, so I'll put those on the bed and listen to my audiobook while I'm doing all that, and hopefully finish it in that time period. But that's my update. See you in the next clip. Okay, I have a major reading update for you guys. I finished both Warrior Girl Unearthed and Wild Side, so thought I would talk about them. So I ended up giving Warrior Girl Unearthed 3.5 stars. I liked it, but I liked Firekeeper's Daughter a little bit better. But it was still really interesting, and again, I loved getting to see all of the Native American culture and all the things. So I would definitely recommend, especially if you're in the market for reading a book from a person of color. would recommend both of these books. Why do they always have to start doing yard work outside my apartment when I decide to film? I do not feel like stopping filming and starting again, so you are just going to have to deal with hearing it, because I don't want to stop. So, sorry, not sorry. Okay, anyway, so yeah, that is Warrior Girl Unearthed, 3.5 stars. It was good, but I liked Firekeeper's Daughter better. And then I gave Wild Side 4 stars. I definitely did not like it as much as Wild Love or Wild Eyes. I definitely preferred those ones, but I still enjoyed it. I just didn't really feel as connected to the characters in this book as I did with the main characters of the other two. My favorite character was literally the 3-year-old in this book. I still enjoyed it. I will continue and read the last/4th book in the series, so definitely will continue. I even read the little like snippet at the end of this book for the next one, Wild Card. I read the little like snippet, and I'm not sure how I feel about that couple. We shall see how it all turns out. I gave this one 4 stars. My least favorite of the series, but I still really loved it. And this color green, I love. So. And then for where I'm at in The Great Alone, I am 81 pages in on chapter 7. So not super far. I am really enjoying it. I really like getting to see them discover Alaska. And I've never been to Alaska, so it's fun to see, or it's interesting to see them getting to experience it for the first time, because if I ever went, I would be experiencing it for the first time. But I am really enjoying it so far. And I do think I've noticed last night, so a couple different times during this book, they have mentioned women going missing, like just in passing. It's like one of the reasons why they decided to leave Seattle, because they were living in Seattle and young women were going missing in Seattle, and they have, the family is a mom, dad, and a 13-year-old girl. So that was one of the reasons that led them to leave Seattle and go to Alaska. Plus they get inherited, basically. They get gifted land and a cabin in Alaska. So, I mean, if you're gifted a house, you would move there too. Because that was one of the reasons they left, they've mentioned it a couple times. And I am 97% sure that they are mentioning Ted Bundy. It's like never said or talked about, but I had a feeling, because I was like, I'm pretty sure Ted Bundy was during the 70s and this book takes place in the 70s. So I did a little research last night after they had mentioned it for the second time, because I was like, I have a feeling. And the part that we're in right now takes place in 1974. And lo and behold, Ted Bundy lived in Washington State in 1974. And that was where he started taking women. I am like 97% sure that that's who they're mentioning, which has literally nothing to do with the actual story, but I just found that interesting. So there's that. I am loving the main girl. The main 13-year-old girl, her name is Lenny, and she is kind of developing a little friendship with the only other character around her age, who just happens to be a guy. But their little relationship is so cute. So I'm loving that. Don't really know how I feel about the parents' relationship. It seems kind of toxic and not that great, but I guess we'll learn more about it as the time goes on. which it also makes sense because the husband is a POW from Vietnam, which is prisoner of war. So makes sense that he's going to have some things going on mentally, but I'm interested to see how their relationship plays out, but also both the parents' relationship with Lenny. So there's that. Hi, Luna. And then I did start a new audiobook at the gym yesterday since I finished Warrior Girl Unearthed. So I thought I would mention that as well. And the audiobook that I started was The Games Gods Play. I have been wanting to read this for a while, and I joined a buddy read for it on Bookstagram. So I picked it up on audio and I am loving this so far. I think it is so fun. And I was not expecting to laugh as much as I have been laughing. I love a Greek mythology book if it talks about Greek gods and all that stuff, stemming from my love of Percy Jackson when I was younger. And this one follows every 100 years. There is a game called the Crucible, and the Greek gods all pick one human mortal to be their champion in the Crucible, and they all compete, and the winner, the god that chose them, becomes the king of the gods. And so it's really interesting, and this is the first year that Hades has ever competed in, and the main character in this book is Hades' chosen champion for the Crucible. So it's been very interesting so far, and I'm loving it. I started it yesterday at the gym, and so I haven't listened for very long, but I'm already on chapter 51 and page 227 this far in already because I am loving it and I don't want to stop reading. So I think it'll be a fast-paced read for me. And also just like look at these sprayed edges. They are stunning. And the art on the inside is also stunning. So beautiful book. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Thought I would mention that as well. Here's the thing though. I'm liking this book so far. I definitely am going to continue to read it. However, this came out yesterday. I got my copy of it yesterday. I kind of want to start it, even though I'm in the middle of this book. So I might put this one down. I don't know if it will be finished in this video because we're already at like 4 books for the video. I might as well make it 5. It'll be a long video, whatever. But I think I might put this one down. I told myself yesterday that I was going to finish the book I'm in the middle of before I pick this one up. But I want to read it so bad. And it's a small book. It's under 400 pages, which I was not expecting. So I feel like I'm going to fly through this. So I kind of just want to read this and then come back to this one once I'm done with this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know I shouldn't, but I have to start it. I have to. So we're putting pause on The Great Alone. I will come back to it once I'm done with Sunrise on the Reaping. And let's start Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay, so I just want to give you a little update on Sunrise on the Reaping. I am really enjoying it. I cannot put it down. I am on chapter 13, page 172. I started it yesterday. About halfway-ish, a little less than halfway, but I love it. I love that you get to see glimpses from all of the previous games people. Like, I love who the mentors are for Haymitch and his fellow tributes, because there's no alive District 12 winners or victors, I guess you could say. So they had to pull from other districts victors, and so I love who their mentors are. You get to see glimpses of just everyone from Catching Fire, mostly other tributes, but then you also get to see like Plutar, and I just met Effie, and it's like so fun, and I cannot put it down. I am literally obsessed, and I know it's gonna rip my heart out because of certain things that have been mentioned or talked about. I've already like got teary-eyed over some of them, so I am loving it. I am glad that I stopped reading or paused reading The Great Alone so I could read this, because I am gonna have it done by tomorrow for sure, because I can't stop reading, and I have a huge gap in my day today because my 11 o'clock that I was supposed to have today was like a full color. They are sick, so they had to move for out a couple weeks. So I have a huge gap. It is currently 11 o'clock, and my next one's not until 3:30. So I'm just gonna be sitting here reading, besides when I eat my lunch and fold my laundry that's in the dryer right now. I'm just gonna be sitting here reading for the entire time. So I'm definitely gonna be finishing this by tomorrow because it's so good and I can't stop reading. Okay, so I have an update on reading. I finished Sunrise on the Reaping last night. I've read this literally within 2 days. I could not put it down. It was so good. 5 stars. I loved it. I was crying at the end and different times throughout it. I adored this. 5 stars. I cannot wait for the movie to come out. I think it's supposed to come out like next year, I think is when they said it, but I'm so excited for the movie to see it all play out on the screen. But I was telling my husband like every little detail that was happening during it, and he could care less. He doesn't really care about it. I just had to tell someone. I just had to. And my best friend is not as far in the book as I was, so I couldn't talk to her about it. So I had to talk to someone about it. So my husband was a person that I had to talk to, and he just didn't care. But it was so good. So good. I loved getting to see all the little glimpses of all of the previous victors. I loved getting to see how it all connected, and just my heart was ripped out of my chest a couple different times. I knew it would be so good. As for my update on the Games Gods Play, I am on chapter 80 now, which is page 359. So I've only got this much left of the book. I am probably going to be finishing it today because we're having dinner with my husband's family tonight because his grandma is in town. I'm bringing dessert. So I'm going to be making snickerdoodle cupcakes. Oh, she got her toy. I'm making snickerdoodle cupcakes. Never made them before. This is the first time. So I'm excited to try them though, but because I'm going to be baking, I'm going to be listening to my audiobook while I'm baking. And I've got just over 5 hours left of the audiobook. So I feel like I will get a big chunk of that done while I'm baking. It's going to be a process and take a while. So I think I will be able to get a big chunk of that audiobook listened to, if not fully listened to. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be finishing this one today, but I am really enjoying this one too. I don't know if it's giving me the 5-star feelings, but I definitely think it's on par to be like a 4-star. I am really enjoying it. The Crucible, the games that they are a part of are really interesting, and I love a good game or a book with like trials and games in them. And of course it has like the Greek gods and stuff, which adds another element to the book. So I'm excited to see how this one ends. I know there's a second one coming out later this year, I believe. So I have a feeling this one's going to end on a cliffhanger. But I will be pre-ordering the second one, or getting it when it's like first released, so that I can have the matching sprayed edges for it, because I just need another one of this on my shelf, you know, especially since I like this one. I've got to get the matching one. The Things Gods Break is the title of it. It comes out in September. So, but it's like orange. I am excited to finish this one today. And now that I'm done with The Sunrise on the Reaping, I will be going back to The Great Alone. Don't know if I'll read any of this today, or if I will get to it, since I'm going to be trying to finish the Games Gods Play today while I'm baking. And that will be a big chunk of what I'm doing today. And I will take you along for baking, so you'll see all of that. finished it, and I knew it was going to end on a cliffhanger, and it for sure ended on a cliffhanger. So I will immediately be needing the next one, which doesn't come out until September. So guess I'll be putting a pre-order for that book, but I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. I thought the concept was really fun. The banter back and forth between, not just the banter between the main character and Hades, but just like between all of the characters that are inside, or all of the mortals that are participating in the Crucible. Just like the dynamic between everyone is just so fun. And I loved it. 4 stars. I'm really happy that I finally got around to this one because it's been on my shelf for a while and I've been wanting to read it for a while. So I have finished The Great Alone. I really enjoyed it. I think it's my least favorite Kristen Hanna book so far. It's my 3rd one. But I still really enjoyed it. It just was a little bit slower paced for me in the beginning. The first half moved really slow, was hard for me to get into, but then by the second half, I was really invested in the story and wanted to know what happened. I really enjoyed the story overall and seeing how much growth Lenny, the main character, had from the time she was 13 all the way up until she's an adult. I definitely would recommend reading it. It was good, but I ended up giving it 4 stars. So there's that. But that is the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little mood reading vlog. Let me know if you have any other reading vlogs you would love to see this year in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!